Here is your current sitrep. Thanks to the valiant efforts of Mobius Squadron and the ISAF, Erusia accepted the terms of surrender and the Continental War came to a close. However, militant factions led primarily by high-ranking officers of the Erusian Air Force have refused the disarmament order. They're now calling themselves Free Erusia, and the strength of their resistance increases daily. Free Erusia have called for steadfast resistance from the remaining forces in each area, and have finally succeeded in capturing an old military factory, acquiring a large quantity of weapons. In response, at 0330 today, the ISAF has made the decision to engage in a special subjugation operation. After analyzing the combat results of the Continental War, the Tactical Intelligence Department released an astounding report, indicating that the mission execution capability of Mobius 1 rivals that of an entire ISAF squadron. You are the only one we have who can accomplish this mission. We've confirmed that the enemy's headquarters are located on the naval island base in the northern part of White Valley Bay. You must disarm Free Erusia. The codename for this operation will be Katina. The fate of this mission rests in your hands. Launch.
Mobius 1, engage. Clear to engage.
Behind me.
Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Nice kill. You're in gun range. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. You're in gun range.
I've been hit!
Radar lock. Fox 2. Locked on. Bandits in gun range. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Mobius 1, Fox 2. You're in gun range. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Missile hit. You're in gun range. Locked on.
Mayday! 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 I've been hit! Eject!
Heads up, enemy radar spike. Fox 2. Nothing but air, heads up. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Locked on. You're in gun range. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Splash 1, Splash 1. Radar lock. Bandits in gun range. You're in gun range.
I've taken damage. Can't maintain course.
Radar lock. Out of missiles. Mobius 1, engage. Clear to engage. Locked on. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 3.
I can't climb any higher.
Mobius 1, Fox 2. Locked on. Fox 2. Shack on the target. Splash 1, Splash 1. Locked on. Fox 3. Nice kill. Radar lock. You're in gun range. Bandits in gun range. Shack on the target. Radar lock.
I can't hold on. Eject.
Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Nice kill. Locked on. Bandits in gun range. Target hit. Radar lock. Bandits in gun range. Fox 2. Splash 1, Splash 1. Radar lock. Bandits in gun range. Locked on. Fox 2. Missile hit. Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Locked on. Fox 2. Missile hit. Clear to engage. Mobius 1, engage. Hard enemy radar spike. Locked on. Fox 2. Missed. Radar lock. Locked on. Fox 3, Fox 3. Hard enemy radar spike. Nice kill. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Radar lock. Fox 2. Bandits in gun range. Hard enemy radar spike. You're in gun range. Splash 1, Splash 1. Locked on. Fox 2. Missile hit. Radar lock. Radar spike. Locked on. Bandits in gun range. Locked on. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Bandit shot down. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Radar lock. Fox 2. Nice kill. Radar lock. Bandits in gun range. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Target hit. Radar lock. Target hit. Bandits in gun Heads up, enemy radar spike. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Bandit shot down. Bandits in gun range. Fox 2. Mobius 1 shot down a bandit. Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Out of missiles. Bandit shot down. Splash 1. Bandit shot down. Clear to engage. Hard enemy radar spike. Mobius 1, engage. Missile warning. Radar lock. Fox 3, Fox 3.
This is Blue 9. Someone cover me.
Radar lock. Fox 3. Nice kill. Hard enemy radar spike. Radar lock. Fox 2. Bandit shot down. Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. Radar lock. Fox 2. Missile hit. Missile break. You're in gun range. Fox 2. Shack on the target. Radar lock. You're in gun range. Fox 2, Fox 2. Nothing but air, heads up. Radar lock. Nice kill. Bandits in gun range. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Out of missiles. Missile hit. Bandits in gun range.
Damn it, that wasn't correct yet.
You're in gun range. Nice kill. Bandits in gun range. Bandit shot down. Radar lock. Box 2. Missile hit. Nice kill. Radar lock. Box 2. Missed. You're in gun range. Radar lock. Box 2. Missile hit. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Locked on. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Nice kill.
Red 10, Fox 2.
Radar lock. Fox 3, Fox 3. Locked on. Mobius 1 shot down a bandit.
To touchdown. 2 miles to touchdown. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. You're on the money.
Mobius 1, engage. Clear to engage. Locked on. You're in gun range. Nice kill. Radar lock. Fox 3, Fox 3. Splash 1. Radar lock. You're in gun range. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Shack on the target. Fox 2. Mobius 1 shot down a bandit. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 3. Locked on. Fox 2. Target hit. Locked on. Fox 2. Missile hit. Splash 1, Splash 1. Locked on. Fox 2. Target hit. Locked on. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Shack on the target. Locked on. Fox 2. You're in gun range. Missile hit. Splash 1, Splash 1. Locked on. Fox 3, Fox 3. Mobius 1 shot down a chopper. Locked on. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Bandits in gun range. Fox 2, Fox 2. Target hit. Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Target hit. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Hard enemy radar spike. You're in gun range. Fox 2. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Nice kill.
This is Blue 1. Plane is inoperable. Ejecting.
Radar lock. Fox 3. That's a kill. Mobius 1, engage. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Enemy carrier sunk. Locked on. You're in gun range. Locked on. Fox 2, Fox 2. Heads up, enemy radar spike. Bandit closing at 6. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Missile hit. Fox 2. Shack on the target. Locked on. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Chopper shot down. Locked on. Bandits in gun range. Fox 2. Bandits in gun range. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Missile hit. You're in gun range. Locked on. Fox 3, Fox 3. Bandit closing at 6. Bandit shot down. Bandits in gun range. Shack on the target. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Splash 1, Splash 1. Locked on. Fox 2. Missile hit. Locked on. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Locked on. Fox 2. Missile hit. You're in gun range. Radar lock. Fox 2.
It's breaking apart.
Locked on. You're in gun range. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Missile hit. Bandits in gun range. Missed. Warning, missile. Target hit. Locked on. Fox 2. Bandits in gun range. Radar lock. You're in gun range. Fox 2. Shack on the target. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Out of missiles. Hard enemy radar spike. Fox 3. Nice kill. Radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Target hit. Locked on. That's a kill. You're in gun range. Fox 2.
Confirmed the success of Operation Katina. Free Erusia has been completely destroyed. This miraculous result has far exceeded our expectations. Individuals believed to be the militant faction's core members have been captured, and subsequent investigation should bring the full story out into the light of day. Erusia can now begin its path to recovery. In addition, as a result of this operation, we were also able to obtain data on Erusia's unmanned fighter aircraft, which has long been veiled in secrecy. It will almost certainly be of benefit to the future of our country's aeronautical development. You have our utmost gratitude for saving the skies of Usea once again. It is our sincere wish that you would choose to remain in the military after this. Of course, there is no need for you to give us an answer immediately. We hope that you will make the right decision. Until next time, Mobius Squadron. That is all.